Good afternoon, folks. This is Hunter Jackson again with Giant Recreation World, Winter Garden, Florida. Oh my goodness, have I been excited to film this one ever since I went to the Tampa RV Super Show. Today I've got a really special rear deck going on. This is going to be the 2025 Coachmen Chaparral 389DEK. Deck standing for, well, the thing that's behind me. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go. Alrighty folks, on the 2025 Coachmen Chaparral 389DEK, let's start off on the front just like normal. Right off the bat, we do have our fifth wheel hitch up here in the front. This is, I believe, a Lippert hitch. I mean, it's interchangeable. People out there sometimes want to put a gooseneck. Super easy to change out the pin box. I will point out the new front end for the 2025 Coachmen Chaparrals. This is a wraparound fiberglass front cap with a couple of LED lights going off to the side that I forgot to turn on for us. Let's go ahead and check out the storage that's right below here. This is going to be your front compartment storage. It's probably got a couple batteries, possibly a spare tire. We're about to find out. Just a couple batteries right now. So this is where I kept my tools and some more outdoorsy things. It's a good spot for things that you don't need all the time because it's under the fifth wheel portion. Moving off to the side. Let's go ahead and check out this huge awning that goes all the way across. And like normal, we do have the LED light strip that goes all the way across, with our JBL sound system speakers on the outside and inside. Down below here, we've got one of our two 30-pound LP tanks. This is a fifth wheel, so 30-pound is much more likely to be installed as standard. Some fifth wheels will have 20-pound tanks, but not this one. Let's see if I've got the maneuverability. I forgot to open up our storage compartment here. Whoa! Not bad at all as far as pass-through storage. This is huge. I mean, this probably goes every bit of 5 feet across. You can see we've got our rear steps for the back deck portion. I didn't have enough space to set it up. We've got our power cord in here. A little bit messy going on. This one did go to another show in Kissimmee here recently. But check all this out. You can see our aluminum framing up above. Obviously, this is a Coachmen product, so aluminum framing on most of their things with the fiberglass on the outside. Also want to point out, Coachmen does standard, and they have since I believe 2012, a double layer of Azdel. And Azdel is that composite material, 99.9% impervious to water. No wood in the sidewalls here. Moving down the side, I want to point out we do have our solid steps here, and they put 4 steps going up. So this is something you typically see the 4 steps on a more luxurious coach. This is not Coachmen's top of the line, but when we step inside, I think you're going to find it hard to distinguish it between the Brookstone line now. One thing that will distinguish it, that I'll go ahead and point out, is they don't laminate the slide boxes here on the side. It's okay. I would prefer it be laminated, but I understand where they're coming from. But I want to point out right below here, we've got all rack and pinion slide mechanisms, including the bed over there too. So these are through frame rack and pinion mechanisms. These are the most reliable in the industry. I am not surprised to see Coachmen using it because Coachmen normally does it right. Moving off to the side, we can see our huge windows. This is going to be where your U-shaped dinette and theater seating are, and we'll check that out once we go in. Right up above here, because we have a rear deck, they've included the Lippert ladder prep. So if you want to grab a ladder to be able to get up on your roof and do your roof maintenance, or you can have someone like us do that for you once a year. I see where we've tucked away our spare tire down below here. I like seeing the inclusion of that. Not every fifth wheel comes with those these days. And then right off to the left here, we do have our outside LP Quick Connect. This is going to be great for all of your grills, smokeless fireplaces. We've mentioned it a handful of times now on the channel, but I like to see that they've included it. All right guys, I wanted to jump in here real quick and kind of show you how this rear deck setup works here. This is kind of cool. I don't know if I've seen one with an electric back. I'm sure there's others out there that exist, but when you're ready to pack up, all you got to do is slide these what do you call them, fence things going in. Hit this little button right off to the side here and bring that sucker all the way up electronically. Way too easy, baby. Kind of flying around the outside of this because I got to show you the back side of this killer rear deck floor plan. And I hope the sun isn't blowing my camera out too much, but check this out. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about why I like this rear deck setup probably better than any rear deck I've seen before, but it is incredible. They include everything that you need. This is a party pad. It doesn't take away from the living room, but once we get up inside the coach, I'll show you a little bit better. Off to the back side here, we do have an away from the campsite door. This is a rare feature. So it's going to be super easy to get in. You do have your more traditional spring style steps here, which will fold down. And look how fancy these ones are. 4 steps even for the springs out here, where you can sneak up onto your deck and right inside. Left the glass door open. Tease it real quick. We'll do a full showing once we go into the main door. Backing off and out. Let's see what we've got going on this side of the camper. Here we go. So one thing that Coachmen does on their Chaparral line, standard is going to be auto level on anything that's bigger than, I believe, 30 feet is what their cutoff is. So this is 4-point auto level. It's the Lipper LCI1 control system. Very, very nice. Very stable on the ground because you've got your extra 2 points of contact, or 4 points of contact with the tires down here. These look to be a little bit bigger rims too. You see what we got going on. So yeah, these are going to be 16-inch rims on the side here, and these are thick tires. And what do we have? Sterling. I don't know if Sterlings are American made or not. We'll put a little notation on the screen once I get inside to start editing. Moving down the side of the RV here though, we do have our power control system right here. One thing that I noticed is we do have 2 sewer exits. We've got one here that's coming from the bathroom and the kitchen, and then there's one off to the rear there. I believe that's for the sink on the rear deck portion. Again, these are all rack and pinion slide mechanisms. Super reliable. And then backing down, we do have our furnace exhaust exit, a Furrion on-demand tankless hot water heater, unlimited hot showers, and then the back side of our huge pass-through storage. So we've got our water bay over here. We've got our pull valves, super easy to get to. You don't have to climb under the slide. A couple of outside 110 ports. Our hot cold shower, easy to use tank system as far as your tank flushing, winterizing. All of these controls can be configured, as you see here, to do whatever you're looking to do. You know, if it's the winter time, you spin this one that way, spin that one another way, and next thing you know, the winterization's going all through your RV. This is going to be your city water connection right here. And I believe this is your black tank flush here off to the side. Let's back it on off a little bit. Oh, definitely need to point out, this is going to be your LED front cap light control system. This is your auto level control and our battery disconnect, all right in a central location. Again, no mechanisms on the side. This is going inside the room here. This is going to be your bed slide. We'll check out that huge closet. And they went ahead, this is your other 30-pound tank. I was going to say, they went ahead and put on their Furrion side view camera prep. So they have the prep over here. It's plug and play, and then there's a backup camera off to the side there. They're off to the rear. Let's go ahead and get one more pan along the front. I've got the LEDs on now, but I don't think you're going to be able to see it in the daylight. There you are. Very, very nice. All right, let's go ahead and take a step up into the 2025 Chaparral 389DEK. This floor plan is cool as blank. Holy smokes. Check this out. For a rear deck, total party pad going on back there. Look at all the seating that we get. And I'm going to explain why I like this rear deck setup here in a second. But check it out. Off to the left side here, we do have a freestanding dinette. If for some reason you needed more seating, you could always change this out for a couch. Not sure if Coachmen offers it as an option, but it's super easy for us as a dealer to do, to remove this one table and take the chairs out. Off to the side, we've got our theater seating. Right on the campsite, tons of windows. You can see we've got blackout shades going down. Coachmen has changed over to the recessed lighting for 2025. Very even lighting going across the top here. These are recliners and they're manual off to the side. Don't mind manual one bit. It's one less motor that you have to worry about. And then here in the middle, good spot for some remotes or, you know, snacks if you're watching a movie at night. Backing off, we've got our love seat / pull-out bed, which could add for the additional sleeping, you know, if you've got the grandkids over or friends and family coming to hang out with you. Alrighty, I've showed these quite a few times. This is your typical tri-fold style sofa here going on. So you move these two cushions off to the side. Probably gonna pull up, yep, right here in the middle. Pop these off to the side. Drop it down, easy peasy. And then this back one will drop down to complete your bed setup. Check this out. I mean, at 6'1", I've got enough space. I'm sleeping a little bit sideways. If I was sleeping straight on, my feet are hanging over a little bit. But if for anybody that's like a little bit shorter than me, or children for certain, you're sleeping two to this thing all day long. I like this addition. It adds a lot to the coach and the ability to sleep a couple more people. And then right up above, tons of storage. So we've got cabinets galore with little magnets to keep them closed. Every bit of probably, I'd say, a foot deep or so. A little bit hard to get to on the top one, but I'd rather have it up there and get a step stool than not have it at all. And then turning on this way, we've got a pantry area / storage closet for probably some outside stuff. I like that they've included this opening off to the side. This is going to be a great place for a vacuum, and they've included a plug up above, and tons of shelving units that go all the way up and down too. We pointed them out on the outside, but this does have the JBL sound system going on. So as we look at our mantle TV fireplace setup, we've got our JBL soundbar that goes across. This is going to pair directly into your TV. It's plug and play. It's going to give you great sound on the inside of this camper. We do have a Greystone electric fireplace in here, putting out 5,000 BTUs of heat. And then right above there, I want to say that TV is 50 inches or so. It looks about the same size that's in my house at home. So it's a big TV, lots of viewing angles. And then to the right of that, we've got our more traditional style pantry. Again, I love that Coachmen is including things like outlets in the pantry. That makes this a great little coffee bar or even air fryer setup. You can see we've included drawers down below for extra storage and easy access to the back. Leave that there. And then up above, one more shelf with lots of tall space. So this would be a good spot for maybe you know, your cereal boxes, things that take up a little bit more height than what you're used to. I think you can tell, but obviously this is going to be a full-fledged residential microwave. We do have a larger than average oven going on down below. Again, a Greystone oven. And then down below that, a good drawer for pots and pans. So this unit would be terrific for even your full-timers, somebody that wants to open that deck up to a beautiful mountain or a beautiful beach. And then right to the left of where you're going to be cooking at, check out the trash can storage on here. I love it. They included it. You don't have to worry about it. You just slide that sucker away and forget that you got nasty trash going on in there. Obviously, right in the middle here, we do have a beautiful island setup that does come with 2 additional chairs. So you've got 4 total that you could sit to here. And then right above, this is Coachmen's new LED lighting that they're doing as far as like a, what do you call that? A chandelier. Yeah, a chandelier. Moving over, Again, full-size residential fridge freezer combo. This is a 12-volt, 16 cubic foot. Plenty of space here. Check all that out. So on the left-hand side is going to be our freezer storage. Right-hand side is going to be the fridge storage. A couple of drawers down below with the, the fresh zone, something or other, humidity control. I'm not a fridge guy. I'm an RV guy. But it's a big fridge and I know it works really well. Off to the left, my right, your left, we've got storage down below here with extra additional, this would be a good spot for cleaning supplies or kitchen, utensils. You could put some drawers down here. To the right of that, huge drawers with all of your goodie bags that'll come with the RV. And all three of these are the same size and they open all the way to the back, which I really like. Sometimes you'll get drawers that stop right here and you're fishing around, you can't see what you're doing. I like that they open all the way. It's a little thing, but sometimes manufacturers kind of mess it up. And then another cabinet off to the side here. This is a huge sink with your sprayer going back and forth. And I believe, yep, it's going to be one-piece stainless steel. These are solid surface countertops, the same things that you're going to see in, Cedar Creeks or Brinkley's, all that kind of stuff. They all use the same solid surface material. So I like that Coachmen's splurging a little bit. They've included some cup storage here up above, a nice place for your paper towel rack, plenty of outlets, all GFCI all GFCI capable. And then cabinets up above. Check that out. And actually, I think this little sink setup is very tasteful. As I back off a little bit, you are all self-contained. It really feels like a house over in this area. I think they did a terrific job on that. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. I've teased it enough now. Look at this rear deck setup. Opening our glass door, we walk out onto the party pad. And I didn't go crazy and set this sucker up all the way. I've got it into, kind of a show mode going on right now. But tons of space here. Obviously, we can walk out. It's nice and quiet. We're looking at our beautiful scenery. We've got our TV for the game going on here in the background. A nice little beer or water fridge going on down here. An outside sink if you need to wash your hands real quick. Plenty of storage, very similar to the kitchen as far as our 3 drawers here. And storage below the sink. Interesting. So we've got an outside spray port. I'm very curious as to their thought process on why they would put that here. Maybe it's to clean off the deck if you were to get it like dirty and you could, spray it over in here and not use the sink, obviously. And then under the sink, more storage. Great place for a trash can, all the height in the world. And then above the sink, again, just like the inside, tons of storage. So these cabinets are almost identical to the ones right behind it on this wall, probably a foot deep or so. A little bit difficult to get to the top one, but again, I'd rather have it and get a step stool than not have it at all. One thing I do want to point out while I'm out here, trying to find where the button is. Oh, here we go. We do have a Girard awning that will go all the way across the back side of the camper here, giving you plenty of shade. And then above that, I don't know if you can see this here, we've got a bug screen that'll come all the way down too. I'm trying to figure out if I can grab it. Check this out. It's nighttime. You still want to see the views. Pull this sucker down. And just like that, all the bugs and mosquitoes are out there while you are hanging out in here. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and pop that back up. Let's see here. There we go. With that slow rise function. Check that out. Very cool. Let's go ahead and check out the bathroom and the master bedroom on this coach, because those were quite impressive to me as well. Keep in mind, this is not Coachmen's top of the line. I mean, it is bonkers that they are getting so close these days to just basically becoming a Brookstone. I mean, the only main difference, in my opinion, is going to be that full profile. You can see we've got plenty of hanging storage right as you come in, a good place for the dog leashes or maybe an extra jacket or so. And then check this out. That's right, his and hers sinks. We've got a nice porcelain foot flush toilet here. Tons of cabinet space. We've got 4 drawers in the middle, a couple of cabinets off to the side here, and then a beautiful medicine cabinet up above. This is a great place for, you know, extra toothbrushes, combs, things that are a little bit more shallow. Very nice. And then these sinks too are also, again, porcelain. So high quality bathroom. I like that they included the his and the hers. And check this shower out. Let's go ahead and flip the camera around real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Can't really see me all that well. Check this out. Oh yeah, you can see me just fine. So I got tons of room in this shower. We've got a 3-panel glass door here. They've included an upgraded nozzle for the shower head. Skylight over here if you've got a little bit of, you know, you're short challenged. I think most of the time they say height challenged or vertically challenged, but plenty of space for my head here or even off to the side. I've still probably got another 1.5 inches or so. And keep in mind, I'm probably every bit of 6'1.5", 6'2" with shoes on. So feeling pretty good, fairly spacious, not a bad shower. Spin us back around here. One last thing I'll point out, they included storage off to the side. Great place for linens, towels, extra washcloths. Great storage on this coach. All right, and finally, the master bedroom. It's going to be kind of familiar if you've seen fifth wheel master bedrooms before. We've got our king size bed here going all the way across. Couple of cup holders, which is fairly unique. We do have a little shelf up above here. I believe this is for your CPAP folks out there. Your recessed lighting that goes across. Everything is on light switches. I forgot to mention that earlier. Every single light in this coach is on a switch. There is no nipple lights, none of that old school baloney. And then look at this. Coachmen went ahead and included some hooks over here. So if you want to hang up some hats, again, more jackets, rain jackets, things you're not going to need all the time. Nice little addition. You just don't see a lot of manufacturers out there putting that kind of stuff in here. And then finally, we do have a huge closet. So this is going to span all the way across. Let me get this popped out of here. Maybe. Hold up. We're on the struggle bus today, folks. There we go. So huge closet that goes all the way across. We do have the ability to put washer dryer. They intend for you to put the dryer on this side because see the dryer vent location away from the campsite. And then over off to the right, we do have our water connections for the washer portion. Little shelf up above for maybe the tide. And then another shelf up here. Not super deep, but you're gonna find something to put in here. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a camper, it's not a home, so storage is always something that people are looking for. We do have, what is that, 6 drawers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drawers going on. Oh my God, 7 drawers. Couple of shallow ones up here, and then down below, a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, you know, drawers for your drawers, that kind of thing. Right up above that one, hidden drawer. So 8 drawers going on right now. Check that out. They do intend for you to hang the TV up above here. I think it's a little bit of a strange spot for a TV back here. You're gonna have to find like a particular mount that can kind of bring the TV down. But you do have your 110 ports and your satellite cable connection up there. And again, just like all the other windows, we have our blackout so you can sleep in the morning. I'll get one more pan around. One final thing though that I want to point out that I think is super cool and a lot of folks are doing in the RV industry is that they are moving towards the GE profile ACs, which are going to come with heat pumps. So I believe, and I'll double check it, I believe every single AC on this has a heat pump. There are 3 on board, so you're going to be able to keep this coach nice and warm even in the cooler winters down here in Florida. Not everywhere. You need to be above 40 degrees to use those heat pumps. Let's get one more beautiful walkthrough on the 2025 Coachmen Chaparral 389DEK. Wow. Alrighty folks, I really appreciate each and every single one of you that has made it this far in the video. Again, if you guys want to see anything out there, Forest River, Thor, or Keystone related, we've got it all on our lot right now. This is one of the cooler floor plans that I've seen in a long time. I think a lot of times when they do a rear deck setup like this, it takes away from the living room. I love that it folds down super easy. We're on a electric motor to bring the deck up and down. And this portion right here that I'm standing in only takes up about 4 feet of the RV. So that's what gives you that ability to put the extra sofa in there. This is a fairly unique floor plan. I don't know if anybody else on the market has it yet. If you're interested in purchasing this, feel free to click the link in the description down below. Ask for Hunter. I'd be more than happy to either FaceTime you or show you this RV in person. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got for the day. I tried to take a little bit of time on this one. This is very cool. I only filmed the ones that I think are the coolest. So again, if you see anything out there, let me know. That's all for now. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Later.